Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first edition of Meet the Facilitators with Common Language. We're here with Melody Williamson, who's here in Calgary,
Hello.
and she is a level 2 facilitator, and so we just wanted to get to know her a little bit. So Melody, yeah, welcome, and tell me a little more. What inspired you to become a Common Language digital storytelling facilitator?
Wow. It goes back a little ways. I remember I've always been involved in storytelling at some level because I've been involved in theater.
Yeah,
I loved English literature, and I started telling stories with my mom on her knee when I was little. So,
yeah,
and in my family, there's a lot of storytellers. So, as much as I like to talk, I listen to a lot of stories too.
yeah,
So, I've always loved that. And when I discovered digital storytelling, several years ago, um, you know, I realized what I love about it is the connection of people.
hmm,
For me, it brings together, my love of storytelling, theater, the arts, also, working with people, behavioral sciences. And, it started in California, birthplace of social justice. I've always been a big social justice warrior. And,
yeah,
so hearing those voices that don't typically get heard, really, that excites me. But the thing about the collective that is unique is that not only do I love doing this work as a facilitator, facilitating the groups, but it's great to connect with other facilitators.
yeah,
And you learn a lot and you share a lot, you help each other out. It's great to hear all the different kinds of projects that people are involved in, and it makes you feel like you're involved in something that's even bigger than yourself.
yeah,
So
totally.
I,
I
I
mean,
really
that's what I
like
love
it.
about it too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, as we get to hear all the fun stuff everyone else is doing and learn from each other. Yeah. So
exactly.
so so what would you say you love most about digital storytelling?
What I love most is that moment when you know that somebody has found that story, because a lot of people come in, they sometimes don't even think they have a story coming in,
Yeah,
or they come in with a certain story that's maybe a story that they've just kind of learned to tell, that is kind of the automatic story.
yeah,
But when you get to that point where they go, I didn't realize this is the story I
yeah,
needed to tell, and that's pretty magical. And then that part is really, really great. And then when they realize that others also see that their story matters, that's another level of magic. So those two key moments to me that I find the most inspiring
yeah. Awesome.
work.
Yeah, I man, it is a special moment when people are like, wow, I didn't realize that was a part of my story, or that was what I needed to talk about today, or
Mhm.
like all that stuff. Yeah, I love it. Cool. Well, hey, last one. Tell us about your favorite digital storytelling project to date.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. I will say that actually, although I've done some big projects and small projects, a project that I did when we were doing our training
Hmm.
actually really had an impact on me. We were working with parents with children with disabilities.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
when I worked with somebody who not only had a child with disabilities, but had also come to Canada as a new immigrant, and she was dealing with that and a language barrier and everything on
Yeah.
top of that.
Mhm.
And that just, and she really did not have any idea this was going to be part of her story. This was the furthest thing from her mind coming in. She thought it was going to be another, let's talk about my wonderful child, and her child is amazing, and the child's accomplishments. And so seeing that unfold and really working with her, and there was a time limit. We had to really dig in together. And we feel like we came through this together. Like, even to this day, I just saw her recently at a screening of this story, and again, she at the beginning thought she didn't even know she'd share this story, let alone the circle, anybody else,
Hmm.
which is fine. It's always someone's choice. But through this process, she's realized that she wanted to share it to an even broader audience, and going and seeing her
Hmm.
see her story shared more publicly and the impact it had on her was incredible. And we've been working online, we have this great relationship, and then you go and you see that person seeing the impact of their work, and we have a big hug. It's like we have this connection, this bond that will last forever. And I feel that a certain connection with every person that I work with. This is just one of those times where we both came in not knowing where this is going to take us, and
Yeah.
what a ride. It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that that's a perfect description of a genuine conversation, right? You both go in not knowing what's going to come out of it. And then in conversation, you come to this amazing place and this deep discovery of a powerful story that people aren't even aware existed from their lives. I think that to me is a perfect description of the best parts of digital storytelling. So that's awesome. Thanks so much, Melody, for doing this. We're excited for everyone to get to meet all the facilitators. There's so many wonderful people, just like Melody, who have done the training, and you'll get to meet them over the next few months here on socials. And yeah, thanks again, Melody, for doing this, and we'll see you all later.
Hey, thank you, Mike. It's been great.